Children, and I'll tell a story of the mountains in the days when guns was law. When two families got disputing, it was bound to end in shooting. So just listen close, I'll tell you what I saw.
Oh, the Martins and his boys, they were reckless mountain boys, and they took up and they shooting when they'd meet. They would shoot each other quicker than it took your eye to flicker. They could knock a squirrel's eye out at 90 feet.
All their fighting started out one Sunday morning when old Grandpa Coy was full of Mountain Dew. Just as quiet as a church mouse, he told them the Martins hen house calls the Coys. They needed eggs for breakfast too. Oh, the Martins and the Coys, they were reckless mountain boys, but old Grandpa Coy is gone where angels live. When they found him on the mountain, he was bleeding like a fountain, cause they punctured him till he looked like a sieve.
After that they started out to fight in earnest, and they scarred the mountains up with shot and shell. There was uncles, brothers, cousins, why they bumped them off by dozens. Just how many bit the dust is hard to tell. Oh, the Martins and the Coys, they were reckless mountain boys.
At the art of killing they become quite dare. They all know they shouldn't do it, but before they hardly knew it, on each side they only had one person left. Now the sole remaining Martin was a maiden, and as pretty as the picture was disgraced, while the one surviving boy was the handsome Henry Coy, and the folks all knew they'd soon meet face to face.
Oh, the Martins and the Coys, they were reckless mountain boys.
But their shooting and their killing sure played house, and it didn't bring no joy to know that Grace and Henry Coy both had sworn that they would finish up the job. So they finally met up on a mountain pathway, and young Henry Coy, he aimed his gun at Grace. He was set to pull the trigger when he saw her pretty figure. You could see that love had kicked him in the face.
Oh, the Martins and the Coys, they were reckless mountain boys.
But they say their ghostly cussing gives them chills, cause the hatchet sure was buried when sweet Grace and Henry married. It broke up the best darn feud in these here hills.
Well, let's rehearse it again, Ford. This time, put more feeling into it.
How can I put any more feeling into it with offering those hillbillies over there making all that noise? I'll stop them. With all this confusion, I can't even think.
Is that unusual?
You may think this is where the story ended, but I'm telling you the ghosts don't cuss no more. Cause since Grace and Henry wedded, they fight worse than all the rest did, and they carry on the feud just like before.
Hold it, will you, Gene? Ford's yelling about the noise.
Okay.
All right, quiet now, everybody. Let's fix it. Ready, Ford?
Now, if this horse will stand, I'm ready.
All right, roll him. Action.
What were you going to tell me, Tom?
That I love you. I want to take you back to Painted Valley.
And I love you too, Tom.
Kid ought to be ready for that chase stuff. That's it. Print it.
Have you been eating onions?
No, darling. Garlic.
Well, that's your last scene, Tom.
Well, I'm glad of that. I can go on that fishing trip I've been planning.
Where are you going?
Anywhere to get away from these pictures. They're making a nervous wreck out of me. Ow! Did you see that? He bit me.
Don't worry. We'll give him a dose of castor oil. He'll be all right. Thanks, pal.
See if you can't do my stunt scenes better, Autry. The last ones were very bad. If I weren't too valuable for the company to take chances on, I'd do them myself. Okay, Mr. Ford, I'll do my best.
Are you all ready, Gene?
All set.
Well, Gene, we got some great stuff. Are you all right?
Everything's 100%.
That's what he thinks.
Hiya, Fred. Where's Tom Ford? He's gone on a vacation. A vacation? Yeah, up in the mountains fishing. What mountains? Your guess is as good as mine. Holy smoke! I've got to find him. Oh, get me Ford's house. If I don't find this guy, I'm in a jam. Hello. Is this Ford there? Yes. Well, when he comes in, will you tell him that he's not coming in? You know where I can reach him? You don't. Hello. Operator. Who's this, Gertie? This is Lee Wilson. No, I don't want a date. I want to locate Tom Ford. Call Big Bear. Call Arrowhead. Call the detective agency. Call anybody, but find him. And if you don't find him, call me an ambulance. Oh, this is terrible. I was supposed to tell him 3 days ago he's booked to appear at the Texas Centennial. Now what am I going to do?
What? Why, ask me. I thought you publicity guys knew everything.
Oh. The director must have been kidding you. Hey, Tom, Ford, wait a minute. Boy, I never was so glad to see anybody in all my life.
What's the matter?
Well, we've got you booked for personal appearances at the Texas Centennial in Dallas.
You've got me booked.
Yeah.
Have a mustache.
You fathead. You bungler. You good for nothing. But I've called every place I know, Mr. Schwartz. I've even got a detective agency looking for him.
Do you realize what it means to this studio if Ford doesn't appear at the Centennial?
Yes, Mr. Schwartz.
Do you realize it is all your fault that he wasn't notified?
Yes, Mr. Schwartz.
And do you realize you're fired if you don't find him?
Yes, Mr. Schwartz.
You don't think I'm kidding, do you?
Yes, Mr. Schwartz. No, Mr. Schwartz. No.
Get busy.
Yes, Mr. Schwartz.
I'd like to be a stuntman like you.
Oh, you're too fat.
I ain't either. I can do anything on the horse anybody else can do.
Can you make the crew come out?
Sure. Well, what is that?
Well, it's like this.
Oh, shucks, I can do that. That's a fit. Guess I didn't jump high enough, did I?
Look out, Bob.
Why don't you look where you're going?
I'm sorry, Paul. You seen Gene? Oh, there you are. How are you, Palsy Walsy? Boy, am I glad to see you. Why? Well, I'm in trouble, and you're the only guy can help me. You will, won't you?
Well, now, that all depends.
Now, what kind of talk is that? What did I say to you that time you wanted to borrow $20?
Said you wanted $5 interest.
I forgot about that, but look, you wouldn't refuse to throw a rope to a drowning man, would you?
No?
Well, how about throwing me one? I can't get out of here.
Oh, never mind him. This is serious. Look, Ford got away on his vacation before I had a chance to tell him that he's booked to appear at the Dallas Centennial, and you've got to go in his place. What?
Are you crazy?
I will be if you don't say yes.
Nothing to.
Oh, please, Gene, please.
Oh, I can't go down there and make a big show of myself in front of all those people. And besides, I don't know anything about personal appearance.
You don't have to. I've got detectives looking for Ford. They'll find him before we reach Dallas. This is just to fool the old man. And we got to start tomorrow. Well, attaboy, I knew you'd do it for a pal. But remember, this is just between the three of us.
I wish that detective agency would hurry and find Ford. Oh, they'll find him before we get to Dallas. I hope. Got a hunch I hadn't ought to let you talk me into this. Oh, now stop worrying. Everything's going to be all right. Just relax. Look out!
You fellas all right?
Yep, just shook up a bit.
Hey, Sam, here.
I saw the whole thing. It was all your fault.
I guess you're right, miss. I'm sorry.
It was nothing but carelessness. Now all my steers are loose.
Did you say your steers?
Yes, my steers.
Well, I'm sorry, miss.
You already said that. If you were anything but a drugstore cowboy, you'd be out there helping my men round them up.
Get out the saddle, Frog.
Is that Tom Ford, the Western Star?
No, ma'am. I mean, yes, sure, that's him, in person.
Oh.
I thought for a minute we wasn't going to get him.
Well, what do you think of your drugstore cowboy now?
I think I owe him an apology.
This broadcast is coming to you direct from the magnificent Esplanade of State on the grounds of the Texas Centennial Exposition, where a representative of His Excellency the Governor will welcome Tom Ford, the famous motion picture star. You can hear the band now as they parade down the Esplanade.
Butler told me he didn't know where he was.
Looks like Ford's trying to give you the runaround.
Nobody gives Tony Rico the runaround when they owe him 10 grand. Get the car ready. We're going to Dallas.
Tom look wonderful?
Just like a real star.
The governor of the state of Texas deeply regrets that he could not be here to personally welcome you to the Texas Centennial Exposition. As his personal representative, it gives me genuine pleasure to cordially greet you and to present you with a commission in that historic police organization, the Texas Rangers. Well, thank you. I really feel that I don't deserve it, but I deeply appreciate it. And now, folks, your favorite Western star is a Texas Ranger. Thank you. Mr. Ford, I want you to meet Captain Leonard Pack and his famous horse, Texas. Mighty glad to know you, Captain.
Mighty glad to know you, Mr. Ford.
You too, Texas.
Come on,
ask you to do is to wait here till I can find Ford.
Nothing doing. I don't mind being run over in stampedes, falling over cliffs, or fighting wild animals. But when a bunch of women tear my clothes off, I quit.
Oh, you don't want to let a little thing like losing your pants bother you. Well, one night last winter, I had to jump out of a two-story... Hello. Wide awake, detectives? Yeah, this is Wilson. What's that? You found Tom Ford. You hear that? They found him. Where is he? At the Dallas Centennial. You heard him broadcast this afternoon. Oh. Well, so long. Oh, please, Gene, don't leave me now. I'm a sick man.
Did you hear about Marion?
No. What's the matter with her?
Well, just because she got here late, they're not going to use her steers at the cavalcade show.
Why, they can't do that.
Well, maybe not, but they're doing it, and she's just crying her eyes out.
All right. Either she gets the job or no more personal appearances.
You mean you're staying?
I'd like to see anyone try to make me leave. Where are those officials?
Yippee! He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay. He's gonna stay.
How do you like personal appearances, champion? Oh, you don't like them. Well then, do you like me? Does your master like me?
Champion's a very smart horse. Say, tell me this. Does she like me?
No, what?
Well, that's better. Next question is, how much do you like me?
Oh, is Mr. Ford going to make a star out of you, too?
Listen, will you please run along and leave us alone?
No, I won't. Come on and join the fun. Come on.
Have you heard the story about the Willie West? When it was the really wild and woolly West. Long before they had new drenches and the cowboy took his chances. Way out in the wild and woolly West. They were men out in the wild and woolly West. They wore their whiskers on their chin and chest. Mother Nature was their tutor, their best friend, the big six-shooter. Way out in the wild and woolly West.
To a barroom in the wild and woolly West came a crooner who has since then gone to rest. He was killed at his piano cause they found he sang staccato. Way out in the wild and woolly West. It was way out in the wild and woolly West where a bandit tried to plug me in the breast. But the poor deluded rummy didn't know I'm just a dummy. You're dumb out in the wild and woolly West. Way out in the wild and woolly West where cowhands jawed the buttons off my vest. When them cowboys get on bender, they'll shoot off your suspenders. Yeah. Way out in the wild and woolly West.
They've gone modern in the wild and woolly West. Every cowboy...
I didn't know Ford sang.
He doesn't. Or, I mean, I didn't either. Does he?
Way out in the wild and woolly West.
Hey. You're supposed to be at the radio station. Gosh, I forgot all about it.
Say, you boys are pretty good. Come along, maybe I can find a spot for you. I have a surprise for you folks. I've just discovered that Mr. Ford can sing. So instead of interviewing him, I'm going to ask him to sing a song.
Sit by my side, little darling. Come and lay your cool hand on my brow. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. Nobody's darling but mine, love. Be honest, be faithful, be kind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine.
It's Archer's voice, all right. He's got a lot of nerve impersonating me. I'll sue him and I'll sue the company. Swartz is going to hear from me about this. Back up, we're going back.
You're as sweet as the flowers of springtime, and as pure as the dew from the rose.
Get Wilson on the phone.
But I'd rather be somebody's darling than a poor boy that nobody knows. Goodbye, goodbye, little darling, for I'm leaving this whole world behind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine.
Now you have made a mess of things. You know Ford can't sing a note.
Well, don't blame me, blame Collins.
Oh, I could wring his neck.
They're clamoring for an encore, Mr. Ford. Will you sing another song?
I'd be glad to.
It's a sensation, and you got me to thank for it.
Thanks.
Hello? Mr. Swartz calling. Yes. This is Wilson.
Oh, I just heard Ford sing. Oh, he's wonderful. He's marvelous. From now on, we're making nothing but musical westerns. And what? They won't go over. Oh, in a year from now, every studio in the business will be making them. Well, then, hello. Wilson, hello, hello. Hey, operator. Wilson. What's wrong here? Hello. Hello.
I'm mad about you. Don't know why I should be. Just my luck, I would be so mad about you. I'm mad about you. This is not a daydream. You should know the gay dream I've had about you. Each night I just close my eyes and hope it all comes true. What am I gonna do when I'm so mad about you? What a chance I'm taking. It must be love that's making me mad about you.
So he thinks he can be engaged to two people at once, does he? Mademoiselle should not have stayed so long in Europe. Never mind, Aunt Patty. We're flying to Dallas.
You put this in the paper about Marion and me being engaged?
I should say not.
Well, you know I wouldn't get engaged to her without telling her I'm not Tom Ford.
I tell you, I don't know anything about it.
Well, I think the whole thing's gone far enough.
Too far. And it's all your fault. If you hadn't started singing, they'd never have held us over another week.
So whose idea was it to bring me out here?
I know. I never thought there was this much trouble in the whole world.
The only thing I can think of is tell the truth. Tell everybody the truth.
Oh, no, we can't do that. It would ruin Tom Ford. The public would never believe that I planned all this. Oh, why was I ever born?
This is no time for riddles.
If anything worse could happen, I'd like to know what it is.
Hello, Ford. I want to see you alone a minute. Will you step outside, buddy?
But I really. Oh,
That's the stuff. Thanks, pal. What do you want? I want that 10,000, Ford.
What 10,000?
You forget a gambling that easy, don't you? Well, I don't. Let's have it.
I'm not Tom Ford. I'm his double. My name's Autry.
And mine's Robinson Crusoe. But that's my man Friday. What are you trying to pull?
All right, I'll prove it. Come here. Tell this fellow who I am.
Who's he?
Never mind. Who's he?
Well, it's Tom Ford.
Are you sure of that?
No,
Sure, I'm sure.
all right, if you're sure, let him pay the 10,000.
10,000? For what?
The gambling debt Ford owes him.
Oh, now, wait a minute, mister. Wait a minute. This isn't Tom Ford. This is Gene Autry. I was just kidding.
Well, I'm not. Let's go on and write me a check.
I haven't got a check.
That's what I thought. Here's one made out. Just sign it, Mr. Ford. If this isn't good, I'm coming back. All right, Blackie.
How'd you find me?
Heard you sing on the radio. You have a pretty good voice, too. When are you going to sing again? I don't want to miss it.
What time is it now?
Stop it, Gene. Give him that left, Gene. Hello, boy. Give him a... Go on.
Hello, this is the operator. Hello, this is the operator.
What? No trouble. Just rehearsing. Just rehearsing for the cavalcade. Yeah, that's right. Having a lot of laughs.
Drop that gun. I'll take that check. Hello, operator.
What are you going to do?
Turn him over to the Rangers.
Oh, you can't do that. We have to tell him you're not Tom Ford.
All right. But there's one person I am going to tell. Here. I'm going to find Marion.
Hey, this is a secret.
She'll keep it.
I guess I made a mistake, buddy. You can put away that gun.
Now you're talking sense.
You say nobody knows Autry isn't Ford?
That's right.
What'd happen if they found out?
Oh, I'm afraid to think about it.
You must be pretty smart to pull a fast one like that.
Well, I've got brains.
Well, we won't argue about that. You have 25 grand here by 4 o'clock, or I'll spill the whole works.
$25,000? Where am I going to get that much money?
From your studio. That's cheap for protecting that good name.
But they don't know about it either.
You'll never have a better chance to tell them. It's 2 o'clock. I'll see you at 4.
I want to send a telegram. Hello? Yes, I'm afraid it is. Oh, hello, Mr. Swartz. Did you get my telegram?
Yes, I got it. But you don't get the $25,000. How are you going to save Ford's reputation when he's sitting right here at my desk?
Oh, then you know everything.
I know you're a faker, a chiseler, a conniver, and,
A fathead.
2 of them. What do you want that money for?
Well, somebody found out that Autry's not Ford, and they want that much to keep quiet.
Blackmail, huh? Well, I'll fool him. Ford will fly down immediately and take Autry's place.
Oh, that won't work. I can't say.
Oh, this is terrible. All right. I'll send the money right away. Can you get anything off for cash? What kind of a businessman are you? I'll wire the money right away, but I'll take it out of your salary. You'll work for nothing the rest of your life.
Yes, Mr. Schwartz. The rest of my life.
Something you should know about me. I should have told you when we first met, but...
Can I see you a minute?
What do you want?
Well, it's important.
I'm busy now. I'll talk to you later.
Well, later will be too late. Your fiancé's here.
What?
Your fiancée, the girl you're going to marry.
Why, there must be some mistake.
Darling, I just got back from Europe yesterday and thought I'd surprise you. Aren't you glad?
Well, you certainly did. I mean, I'm awful glad.
And now we have a specialty number by Mr. Tom Ford and his famous horse Champion, one of the world's finest trained animals. Knock 'em dead, Ford. Come on, Miss Van Avery. We'll go out front where we can see it better.
See you later, darling.
Let's get going. I've been rehearsing my part for a week, and boy, I know it perfect.
Mr. Tom Ford and his horse Champion.
You're hit pretty bad, old fellow. I wish it were me instead of you. Oh, I know you're suffering. But there's nothing I can do for you except... So long, pal. Oh, faithful, we rode the range together. Oh, faithful, in every kind of weather. When your roundup days are over, there'll be pastures white with clover. For you, oh, faithful pal of mine. Hurry up, old fella, 'cause the moon is yellow tonight. Hurry up, old fella, 'cause the moon is yellow and bright. There's a coyote howling to the moon above. Carry me back to the one I love. Hurry up, old fella, 'cause we gotta get home tonight. Oh, faithful, we rode the range together. Oh, faithful in every kind of weather, when your roundup days are over, there'll be pastures white with clover for you, oh, faithful pal of mine.
I ain't gonna be a villain no more.
I've got to find Miriam.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, getting engaged to two girls at the same time. What are you trying to do, start a harem?
Where is Miriam?
She left in her car.
How long ago?
About a minute.
Which gate will she go out?
How should I know?
Ladies and gentlemen. Miriam, please listen to me. I have a confession to make. You folks all think I'm Tom Ford, but I'm not. I'm Gene Autry, his double. Mr. Ford went away on a vacation and couldn't be found. So to help out a friend, I took his place.
Oh.
I wish to cast no reflections on the management of the Centennial, or on Mammoth Studios, or upon Mr. Ford, as they are entirely unaware of my impersonation. If anyone is to blame, it is I. And I ask your forgiveness.
We don't care who you are. We're for you. You hear that? They like it.
Why shouldn't they? Plenty good. Well, so long.
So long.
Yes, sir. Everything's going to be all right.
Hey, you don't get that money now. I told everything. There's nothing to hide. Help, police, I've been robbed. Stop, thief. Help, police, I've been robbed. Stop, thief. Help, police, I've been robbed. Stop, thief.
That concludes our broadcast of the cavalcade. We will now switch controls back to this radio station. This is
Calling all Texas Centennial Rangers. Be on the lookout for 3 men full of stolen money. I mean 3 satchels full of stolen men. I mean 3 men with a satchel full of stolen money. Don't let him get out of the ground. Calling all Centennial Rangers. Calling all Rangers. Be on the lookout for 3 men with a satchel containing $25,000. They stole it. Don't let him get out of the grounds. They're carrying a brown satchel. 2 of them are wearing dark suits and hats. The other has on a gray suit.
Come on.
Calling all Rangers. Calling all Rangers. Watch all exits. 3 men just stole $25,000. They got it in a brown satchel. The men are desperate and are armed. Be careful. Watch all exits for 3 men with a satchel. Here, you broadcast. I've got to find Gene.
Calling all Rangers. Attention, all Rangers. Be on the lookout for 3 men carrying a brown satchel. It contains stolen money. 2 of the men are wearing dark suits. The other a gray suit. They are desperate.
This must be that place they're having that show.
Look, here comes somebody.
Have you seen 3 men with a satchel full of money?
No, I haven't.
Well, I'd sure like to get my hands on them.
Wait a minute. If we can change our clothes, we'll have a chance of getting out of here.
Time for the finale.
You mean you want me to go on?
Certainly.
But I'm not Tom Ford.
That doesn't make any difference. The people want you.
Go ahead, Gene.
All right.
Come on, you fellas, get on the stage. The finale's going on. Hey, you people over there, come on.
Texas under 6 flags, an empire on parade, the imperial flag of Spain. Fleur-de-lis of France. The eagle and serpent of Mexico. The Lone Star of Texas. Stars and bars of the Confederacy. Stars and stripes forever.
These men took my $25,000.
Well, what are you doing with that much money?
I'm not doing anything with it. They got it, and you got to find them.
There they are, Daddykins.
Stop, thief!
Cover the driver. Come on.
Get going. My money! Stop, thief! Stop! Stop! Give me back my money! Stop, thief!
Where's that money?
In the back of the stage.
Lock him up, Ranger. He's lonesome for a nice, cool spell.
You saved it, you saved it. My troubles are over. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. It's gone.
Oh, sure it is. I took it when the robbers were changing their clothes.
Why didn't you tell me before?
You were running too fast.
Well, where is it?
I had it in a rickshaw, but I lost it in the lagoon.
In the lagoon? Where?
Right over there.
Oh.
about you. Don't know why I should be, just my luck I would be so mad about you. I'm mad about you. This is not a day.
Gene Stubble ready for the stunt
you
scene?
You should know
I'll
the
see.
daydream I've had about you each night.
Make it snappy, Ford, will you? We'll be ready for you in a minute.
All right. And hope it all comes true.
You do what I tell you.
I'm mad about you. This is not a daydream. You should know the gay dream I've had about
I made it. I'm the stunt man.
each night.
Let me off. Let me off.
What am I gonna do when I'm so mad about you? What a chance I'm taking. It must be love that's making me mad about you.
I've been jumpy all night. The time's stage due. Along about midnight, but I reckon the storm will hold it up some. And Middle Fork Bridge washed out. They'll have to wait here till storm's over. Got a room? Been riding all night. Want to get a little sleep before stage gets in. Expecting trouble? I'm always expecting trouble. We got a place around here where I can watch goings on. I got it. My road. You see that knuckle? Yeah. Well, all you got to do is pull the rug just to one side, and you can see put in every corner of this room. Cracky, say, that just made order. Call me when the stage gets in. Will you, Hank? I'll ring the night bell. There's 2 beds up there. Take which one you want. Good night, Hank. Good night. Whistler, what a night.
found a room with a stove in it. I'm chilly now, and I've got to steep me a cup of hot tea.
Well, there's a coal oil stove in every room. Here's your key. Just sign Mr. and Mrs. right there. I suppose you folks would like the bridal chamber?
How much?
Well, we always get $2 for the bridal chamber. You see, it's the best in the house. And please be as quiet as you can. The man next to you gets up at 5.
Hello, Hank. I'm water in the bottom of the lake. Lock that up, will you, Hank? 4,000 in there. Payload, the lost load mine.
Well, it'll be safe here. You'll have to take away the safe to get it.
See you in the morning, Hank.
Well, speak up, young man. What is it?
I can't find it.
You can't? No. Well, whatever have you lost?
I ain't lost nothing.
Well, what in the world is it that you can't find?
Well, it's a
I tell you, Sheriff, it's straight to the yellow. Well, Hank, I reckon I had my trip for nothing. See, I was tipped off a pokey dot bandit hereabouts. Well, you don't expect him out in a storm like this, do you? You can expect him anywhere there's money. So, maybe. Sheriff. Huh? Did you hear that? No. What is it? I don't know. Maybe it's the pokey dot. Reckon your tip was right, Sheriff. But how'd they get the combination? I don't know. What's in? Well, there's a safe combination number. You watched it through the window when you opened it. No use trying to trail him tonight. No, by morning he'd be miles away. Just the same, I'm going to run him down if it takes me 10 years.
Don't move. Put up your gun. Everything's all right, old-timer. You're just in time for beans. Sit down.
Think you're pretty slick, don't you?
No, just careful. Well, you might have been the polka dot bandit or some other notorious outlaw.
Yeah? Well, how do you know I ain't?
Just by your looks. Come on, let's see.
These beans sure smell good.
Well, help yourself.
Pretty slick on the draw, too, ain't you, son?
No, old-timer, just force of habit.
Well, don't get excited. See, I carry this for snakes. Oh, I ain't insinuating that you're a snake, but here's to me right now is a good time to open it. You ever drink?
Well, in this particular case, yes.
You mind if I roll up here for the night?
No, old-timer, I'd be right glad to know you better.
Yeah? Well, I ain't so sure. Anyway, here's mud in your eye.
And how?
See any sign of Mason and the gang?
Saw a cloud of dust down by Cotton Creek.
Maybe the outlaws. Well, I hardly think so. How could they know when Mason was coming through? Well, how did they know before? I tell you, there's a skunk in this town, and we ought to run him down.
We ought to be hearing from Sacramento. That letter was sent 3 weeks ago.
All right. The government don't care nothing about us. We got to help ourselves. You can't fight outlaws without ammunition, and we can't get it.
just entering the pass.
You boys know what to do. Remember, no harm must come to the girl.
No sign of outlaws yet, Betty. But I still insist you shouldn't have come.
Now, don't scold, Dad. It's been a wonderful trip.
Glad you decided to drift along with me. It's kind of lonesome trailing alone.
Yeah. If I ain't mistaken, you're going to have plenty of company.
Outlaws, please help us. Dad.
Well, we got both of them. We'd better make sure.
No sign of them. I reckon they're on the bottom.
Well, I pretty near got you, old-timer.
The feel of my head, they did get me. What happened?
Well, they shot you off your horse and you fell over the cliff.
Into the water, eh? You pulled me out. Son, I reckon I owe you my life. I ain't forgetting it.
Don't worry about that, Dad. We gotta get out of here. Think you can make it?
Now, I'll make it or bust a cinch.
Everything worked out just as you planned, only we bumped into a couple of strangers. We had a run and fight. They got Jake, but they're on the bottom of the river.
What about the girl? Are you sure she didn't recognize you?
Nah, we didn't get close enough for that.
She's probably in town by now. Come on.
Hello, boys. Any word from the pack train? Here comes Betty now. What's happening? Where's your father? Where's Tom?
Dad and Tom are dead.
All right. Who killed him?
They killed them.
Who killed him? There. Tell us all about it, Miss Betty.
Well, we were just coming through the pass, and then these men rode after the outlaws. I ran to Dad and found him.
There, Miss Betty. I am.
I've been getting away with everything.
Miss Betty, you must let me take care of you. I want you to consider my ranch your home until we can make more definite plans for your future. I want you to know that I'll do everything possible to help you.
And you'll send someone for him?
I'm going myself, right away. Oh, Mrs. Williams, I want you to take care of Betty until I return.
Town, I reckon.
Dead? His daughter just told us.
We're just going to bring him into town.
Yeah? Well, you can give us a hand, then.
Boy, some of you take care of me. What happened? What
Don't move, either one of you. Now talk and talk fast. Where's the rest of your gang and the provisions? Why was it necessary to kill? You could have taken the packs without committing murder. Then, we found these two going through Mason's pockets. Now what's to be done?
Now that gun. I keep him covered. Men, we didn't kill Mason. If you'll call his daughter, she'll prove it.
His daughter's in no condition to be dragged out here and questioned.
We're not trying to question anyone, but under the circumstances, I think Miss Mason will be glad to explain.
Here she comes now.
Miss Mason, these men have accused us of killing your father.
Oh, no, Mr. Melgrove. These are the men that drove the outlaws away and saved my life.
Well, in that case, we certainly owe you gentlemen an apology. You, of course, don't realize, but this town is in a most desperate state. We are without food and ammunition, terrorized by a band of murdering outlaws. 2 attempts have been made now to bring in supplies, only to have our men killed and the food taken.
If we don't get provisions here before snow sets in, we're trapped.
We're trapped now. We can only last a few days longer.
Let's all get out. I tell you, it's the only solution.
I think you're right.
How can we get out when our money is all gone for food that we never got?
Men, I have a little money, not much, but I'll do this. In order that we can get out, I'll give you $100 each for your homestead. I'm taking a long chance of ever getting my money back, but I'll risk it.
Oh, it's my word, Melrose.
Come on,
that's not right. That's a match. Don't you think before you sell your homes for a few dollars that you should take at least one more chance at getting the provisions through?
Our men have families. There's been enough killing.
That's right. Why not let us take a crack at it? If you can get us provisions, I'll pay you well.
Forget that. You give us an order and we'll have the provisions back here inside of 4 days.
Good. Then come to my ranch this afternoon and I'll give you an order for $1,000 supply.
That's it!
Get out. All right.
See that fella, Melgrove? You're going to be mighty interested in him right soon.
Who is he?
Keeping that for a surprise.
Yeah? Well, I'm keeping a surprise for you, too. Show Miss Mason a spare room.
Si, senor.
Remember, this is to be your home, Betty. It's going to be a great pleasure to have you with me. I thought you said those 2 men were at the bottom of the river.
I'd swear those were the 2 we shot down.
If it hadn't been for those 2 meddlers, the town would be moving out right now.
Well, anyway, you got the girl.
And remember this, she's private property. Hands off.
Yeah, you better tell the boys not to be talking around here. She might find out who you really are. Kent made another inspection of Homestead Valley. Swears it'll be the richest gold strike ever discovered. Runs right through the middle of all the ranches.
We'll soon be rid of those hombres. The town will move out, and we'll own the gold field.
Señor, la muchacha está escuchando.
Take her to the hideout. We'll keep her there till the town is deserted.
You don't dare.
I'm going over to Melgrove's and get that order.
one came over.
What's he doing in the bunkhouse?
I don't know. But now's your chance. Remember, no shooting. You boys tell me where Melgrove is?
Why, yeah, I think you'll find him right,
Come on, get it.
What's this all about? I asked these men here. My boys have orders to hold all strangers. They didn't understand. I'm very sorry.
Oh, that's all right, Melgrove. We were just playing.
Here's your order, and I wish you luck. When are you leaving?
Right now. We expect to be back before daylight. You see, the outlaws won't be expecting us that soon.
I hope you'll get through.
Well, it won't be our fault if we don't, eh, Jake?
You said it, son.
Won't be expecting them, eh? They'll find out. It's the things we least expect that usually happen.
I thought we was going to Sandy.
We're not going to be that foolish, old-timer. They'd be waiting for us at the pass.
Do you think Melgrove and Sandy are with the outlaws?
There's no doubt about it.
Well, what's to be done?
Well, it all depends on what happens between now and tomorrow morning. I wonder what happened to Miss Mason.
And the tail goes with the hide.
Hello.
Hello, bro.
Hi. We'll leave at dawn. They'll be coming too early. Where's the girl?
In the strong room. She won't eat.
She'll get over that. I'll have a talk with her tomorrow.
Miss Mason. Danny,
Oh, I'm so glad you found me.
tell me briefly what's happened.
They caught me overhearing their plans and brought me here. Melgrove is the leader. He's trying to force the people out so he can get their land.
But why?
Well, you see, under their topsoil is a rich gold deposit, and it runs right through all the ranches. Kent is in with them.
Well, they'll be leaving early. I'll be back shortly after dawn to get you. I'll try and get some sleep. Good night.
Wake up, old-timer.
Huh? What's the matter?
Clean out them ears. I got a world of news for you.
Where you been?
I followed Melgrove to the hideout.
Hey, that sounds interesting. Go on.
Well, they're holding Miss Mason prisoner. And I got to talk to her, and she gave me the lowdown on the whole deal. Now, listen to this.
I'll be back by noon. I want you to guard this place, boys. Keep your eye on the girl. If anybody comes, shoot.
Okay, boss.
You try and find the wagon. I'll go get the girl.
I've located the wagon and the horses.
Good. Give me a lift here. We're taking this hombre with us.
I'll take him.
All right.
Miss Mason?
Yes.
Hurry and get ready. They've gone.
Been tricked, Melgrove.
They're headed for the hideout. Keep back. I'm going to break this in. Are you ready?
All but making my boots.
I'll meet you at the tunnel.
All right.
Hey, son, there's enough grub in there to last a year. Come on.
Now, just where do you think you're going?
Look, they're coming back.
Good work, son, but we gotta hurry. They're coming back.
Take that lone horse behind those trees and race for town.
Hey, son, here's a box of dynamite. Might come in handy.
What happened? What's the matter?
They took the girl. Dancing.
They've blocked us out. We've got to swim the Narrows. $1,000 to the man who gets that girl.
Here they come, old-timer. Don't miss your mark. Means the lives of everyone in town.
Mel Grove is the leader, and under your topsoil is the richest gold field ever discovered.
Here comes the wagon!
Well, men, your troubles are all over. The outlaws are buried in the past. Tell them all about it, old-timer.
Why, you see, fellas, we're like this.
I don't know how I can ever repay you.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's all in my line of duty as a government marshal. But I am leaving for Sacramento today, and, well, you don't know it, but you're going with me.
Andy's dead. Must have got a slug from one of his own men.
Sheriff, congratulate me. May I present the future Mrs. John Carruthers.
Wait a minute, young man. You can't do this. You see, I know who you are.
So does Miss Mason.
You mean to say you're willing to... Now, see here, young feller. I ain't forgetting you saved my life for what you done for this town. But I got my duty to perform. Can't you see I got to take you in? Don't you realize I know you're the pokey duck?
Why, Sheriff, you must have seen me through the knothole.
You're right, by cracky, I did.
But you saw the wrong man. The polka dot bandit left just ahead of me. He left this rowel sticking in the floor. You must have seen me just as I fixed that up. And that rowel belongs to Dante.
Oh, what do you make of this?
Oh, I found those in Dante's room yesterday. Dante's the polka dot bandit. There's a $5,000 reward for him, Sheriff. I guess it's up to you to collect it.
Well, if Daddy's a pokey dot, who in blazes are you?
Why, he's the United States Marshal. He's your man from Sacramento.
don't you stop it. Are you going to let Billy and his friends be murdered because they stood up for us homesteaders?
I can't interfere with officers who are enforcing the law.
Wait! Here they come!
Did we get him?
No. Looks like he's still in there, Mr. Matson.
You better keep down. He never yet, Mr. Manny, could line his tights on.
Oh, the devil himself couldn't shoot straight out of that fire. Hey, Billy! You turned yellow? You're scared to come out and take it. Get set, boys. I'm coming out. Why don't we come out and get it over with? Hey, you get off my horse!
Where is he?
Who, my husband?
You know who I mean, Billy the Kid. He headed this way, and you're hiding him.
No, sir.
You've done it before. That's why we're running you nutters off our range. We're sick of you people protecting murderers like him.
That's a lie. You're putting us homesteaders off our claims because you big ranchers begrudge us a little of the open range.
Throw these things out.
Hold on there. Don't ever try to beat me to the draw, Matson. Or the next time it'll be through the head instead of the hand. Drop those guns and get out of here. I don't reckon he'll be bothering you again, ma'am.
Why do you stick up for us nesters?
My father was a nester. Besides, you folks come in mighty handy for a meal or bed when a fellow's on the dodge.
Poor boy, you must be starved. I'll throw some victuals on the table in a jiffy.
Thanks, but after what happened, I'd better keep moving.
Well, good luck.
Howdy, Benson.
Hello, Mr. Garrett.
Round your hand.
I just had a little run-in with Billy the Kid. We followed him from Lincoln down to the old Allen place. He'll be gone by the time you get there.
Well, I'm not going there, Matson. I got a lead on where he's been hiding out these nights. You reckon he knows where to find him?
He does. It's too bad for Billy.
Billy. Headgear! Take it easy. I got you covered.
Well, why don't you shoot? You said you would the next time we met.
Oh, I'm going to give you another chance, Billy. Will you go peaceably?
Sure. that's looking for trouble?
Billy!
What do you think of these New Mexico bad men, Trigger? You're right. They wouldn't make common chicken thieves back in Texas. Come on, we got to catch up that nest of horses. Come on, let's get out of here. Let them go, boys. We got work to do here.
Set her down, boys. Over near the wagon. You know, if I had it to do over again, I'd let that organ burn so I could sell you a new one. You want us to help you load up, Mr. Miller?
Well, what's the use? They got my horses.
Well, whose horses is them?
I sure am much obliged to you. But shucks, it's just like you, though, to get him back from them thieving ranchers. You're all right, Billy.
Billy? Well, my name's Roy Rogers.
Oh, sure. Anything you say is all right with me, Billy. Meet my friend, Mr. Millhouse.
Well, howdy, Frog.
Why, you are Roy Rogers.
Huh? Do you know him?
Know him? Sure I know him. I used to go to school with him down in Texas. Didn't I?
That's right.
I was in the 3rd grade 9 years down there. Say, I heard you was a deputy sheriff or something, was you?
Was is right.
What happened?
Well, the new sheriff thought I was too young, so I headed west looking for a job.
Now imagine him saying a thing like that. You know, I'd give you a job, but I got more men than I know what to do with right now.
Oh, don't worry about me, Frog. With trouble like this going on, there should be room for another peace officer here.
I tell you what you do. You ride into town with us and put in your bid. There's a shortage of good peace officers around here.
Thirsty, Trigger? I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Well, so you sure put that over. But you didn't need to cover up with me.
I put what over?
Oh, that Texas business. Why, say, Billy never went to school a day in his whole life. But if you say so, he's a college graduate.
Let me do that, ma'am.
Thanks, young man. You can tell your folks you had good raising.
Oh, you're welcome. Who shall I say give me the recommendation?
Daniel Moore of Connecticut, sir.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Moore. My name's Roy Rogers.
This is my daughter, Ellen.
I'm obliged to you, sir.
Oh, that's nothing. Helping newcomers has always been part of my job. Where you folks bound for?
We haven't decided where to locate. Just looking the country over.
It's a mighty big country.
Yes, big country to find $1 in, as the fella says. Get aboard, Ellen. We've got all of 10 miles to make before sundown.
Can I help you up, Miss Ellen?
Why did you ask us our name and where we were heading for?
Well, because if you aim to take up land and be farmers in cow country, you're heading right straight for trouble.
Oh, we don't aim to. You see, Father's not a farmer. He's a storekeeper, a merchant.
Oh, that's different. Then you won't need a lawman to sort of look after you, will you?
Of course not. But thanks anyway.
Oh, babe. Oh, Ned. Come on, boy.
Here he comes. You know how many men he's killed? 21. How many women? He don't count women.
I hear you held up the bank at the Decorah and cleaned them out.
What's the use of an outlaw having so much money? He can't spend it.
Well, he thinks he can. Well, he's getting so sure of himself, a man wouldn't believe it.
Beg pardon, gents. You mind if we use some of this walk?
I saw him first.
5 dishes of ice cream.
Yeah, make 'em double dishes.
Mart, you cover the rear.
There's a big one for you.
Hey, you don't eat ice cream, do you?
Yeah.
Well, I'd figured on eating all 5 of them.
Reach high and quick.
You can't do that. He's my partner.
I got him. Him and his partner, Cole.
Hey!
What's wrong?
We ain't done nothing. What's the matter?
Well, Mr. Page, what can I do for you gents in the land office?
The administration has sent me to find out why cattlemen are allowed to run settlers off the public land.
Ain't that a local problem?
I'm afraid you don't realize it's a national problem. We must have room for the crowded people of the East, land where they can safely settle. Their protection is your duty. And what are you doing about it, Marshal?
There's nothing I can do about it, except feel sorry for the poor devils.
You should be able to control a few cattlemen. You, a United States Marshal.
That's just it, Page. Being a federal officer, I can act only in offenses against the United States government. Nesters is a local problem.
Then as far as you're concerned, there's nothing can be done to stop the robbery and killing of innocent men and women?
What is this? Well, these men claim I'm Billy the Kid, and it ain't so. Right here's a man who knows me.
Yeah? But who knows him?
Well, he does. Well, anyhow, I'm not the man you want. I'm Roy Rogers from Texas.
Everybody knows you can lie faster than a hound dog can lick a plate.
You think so? Well, then take a look at this.
Deputy Roy Rogers, Sheriff's Office, San Antone, Texas.
I know where you got that. Off the last man he killed.
Son, you better give an account of yourself.
Well, I'm here looking for a job.
Everybody knows we got no jobs for outside punchers.
But I can do more than punch cattle. I've been a sheriff's deputy, and I've wrangled horses.
Yeah, and he's a musician, too.
Yep. We know what sort of music.
Finger exercises on a 45.
It just happens that Billy the Kid can't play a note or sing one either. We'll call your bluff. Get that guitar.
Cool customer, isn't he?
Thanks, partner. What shall I sing?
No, anything.
Sing a little song about anything.
I wonder why he feels so happy.
Words should rhyme, but who's got time? Just sing a little song about anything.
I wonder why he feels so happy.
I know lots of things worth knowing,
But you won't have a need of an education where you're a-going.
I am haunted.
You mean wanted.
Sing a little song about anything. Wonder why I feel so happy.
What do you think of a crazy gink who feels so cheerful? Is he a guy who never cries? Oh, how fearful.
Sing a little song about anything. Wonder why I feel so happy.
Do you suppose the fellow knows the meaning of worry? One of the few who's never blue or in a hurry.
Sing a little song about anything.
I wonder why I feel so happy.
I know lots of things worth knowing,
But you won't have a need of an education where you're a-going.
I'll be singing.
You mean swinging.
Sing a little song about anything.
I wonder why I feel so
happy.
You boys ready to admit you made a mistake?
Let me through. He shot my brother. Let me at him. There's only one man that can shoot like that.
Now try and claim you're not Billy the Kid. Hold on there. What's the trouble, Dave?
We're still finding out what's up. Put that low-coat fool under arrest. The rest of you, get out. Not you. Come back here.
How about our reward?
Sure, we brought him in.
Huh? You mean I did?
You can wait until we figure out who you brought in. Come on, Pat.
What do you mean you brought him in?
Won't do you no good to lie if you are, Billy. There's a man that knows you.
Yes, I knew Billy well. Rode the range with him and was his friend until he went wrong. Looking at you, I'd swear you was him. But you're not.
How do you know, Pat?
Because I killed Billy last night.
That's too bad.
Your point of view is hard to understand, Marshal. What's too bad about killing a murderous outlaw?
When it comes to protecting those poor nesters you were so worried about, Billy was more use to me than all my deputies.
He had the ranchers plumb buffaloed.
How do you know?
They mistook me for Billy the Kid, and they sure took out on a high low.
Hunting a job for yourself, ain't you?
You needing a new Billy the Kid, ain't you?
You ain't gonna take that job. It's too dangerous.
Well, so's my resemblance to Billy Dangerous. I might as well put it to some use, hadn't I?
That maybe we can hold off letting it out as how you killed Billy the Kid.
You mean have Rogers help the homesteaders do the things Billy did?
Yeah, but not the bad ones. Think you can handle the job, Rogers?
Well, why not try me?
See here, if you think the United States government is going to legalize an outlaw...
Well, this boy ain't an outlaw. You'll just be impersonating one. And if he shows the same nerve on the job that he's shown here, why, he'll have the whole territory eaten out of his hand.
That's what worries me. You're putting too much power in the hands of an inexperienced boy.
Maybe you're right, Pat, but I don't know any steady family man that would take the job. From now on, you forget that you knew him as Roy Rogers. He's deputized to be Billy the Kid. Savvy?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand.
Let's have the key to your best room.
But suppose the people find out Billy's here with you, then it'll be much trouble.
Nobody's gonna know he's here unless you tell them. I'm alone up there, Sabby?
No, I wouldn't tell him.
Telegram for Mr. Manson.
Open it for me, will you? Garrett taking Billy back to Lincoln for trial. We'll put up at Ramon's halfway house tonight.
Who sent it?
Don't say. Maybe a trick.
We better get over there just the same.
Get out and round up the men.
Thanks, Pat. Now, when do I make my getaway from you?
What's your hurry? I'm still not sure you're the right man for the job.
Well, what do you got against me?
Nothing yet.
Just what do you mean by that?
I mean, I rate a man by what he does.
Well, why don't you wait and see what I do?
Because there's something wrong with the setup. I can't believe you wanted the job of being Billy the Kid just to earn a deputy's pay. You had something bigger in mind, didn't you?
Yes, but... Well, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right, go ahead.
All right, ever since I can remember, I've heard of Pat Garrett. What a fine fellow he was. Well, I just wanted to know you and work with you and learn to be like you.
Young fella, if I'm wrong about you, I'm awful sorry. But every time I look at you, I seem to see another boy who talked the same line you do. The boy I finally had to kill.
Oh, but I'm not Billy. I'll make good.
Well, after what you just told me, I sure hope you do. Now, look, you can make your getaway out of that window after I bring your supper up. You'll find your horse near the corral, already saddled.
Thanks, Pat.
Remember, you're plenty hated around here, so you better get your guns out of my bag now, just in case.
All right.
Here they come.
Oh, where can I find an officer?
An officer? The sheriff's in room number 1 upstairs.
Thank you.
Who's there? Excuse me, miss. You looking for someone?
Well, I was told I'd find the sheriff up here.
Well, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, my father's been robbed by a thieving sharper.
Well, where?
Out in the barnyard.
Oh, you mean the corral. I'll go with you.
All right.
That's the Queen, sir.
Don't take that man's money, you thieving sharper.
Gosh, you scared me for a minute, Billy.
Don't call me Billy.
Well, the marshal said to. Why not?
Make him give you back the rest of your money, Dad, while the sheriff's here to protect you.
Don't worry, Ellen. I'll have my money back once I get the hang of this game.
Oh, you've been doing that ever since we left Connecticut. A quarter here and a dime there. Why, you lose all the money you saved up to open your store.
Are you fixing to open a store?
Yes, sir,
Why, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, letting me take your money like this. Why, I don't take money from people that's going to start stores. I make money for them. Don't I, boys?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, sir, I should say so. We'll prove it to you. Get out the instruments, men.
Ellen, those instruments would sell.
Come on, everybody dance.
Decided where your father's going to open up his store yet?
Not yet. What would you advise?
Right here in Lincoln County.
Why?
Good police protection.
That's not enough. How's business?
Well, I can guarantee you one steady customer. I knew we'd meet again sometime.
I knew we would, too.
Ellen,
Yes?
Would,
What were you going to say?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to prove to you all that anybody, a rank amateur, can take one of my Dixie brand instruments and play it just like a professional. Now, I'm going to pick somebody out of the crowd here, somebody that don't know a thing about music. How about you, stranger?
Who, me?
Yeah, try it.
Oh, go ahead.
Right up here.
When the sun is setting on the prairie, my heart is there with you. Once again we ride across the prairie and find a dream come true. Each golden beam is a friend to cheer me. I close my eyes and pretend you're near me. When the sun is setting on the prairie, my heart is there with you.
There he is.
Well, I'm glad he's not hurt bad.
Serves him right for shooting at the sheriff.
The sheriff? I'm the sheriff. The man who escaped was my prisoner, Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid? The murderer?
Well, I wouldn't let a little thing like that worry me if I was you. He's only killed 20 or 30.
read that, Pat. Life and property safe again, all because an outlaw's on the job.
Yeah.
Well, you got to eat crow this time, Pat. You were so sure that he'd start out protecting poor folks and wind up robbing rich ones.
Yeah, all right, Dave. I reckon you were right and I was wrong. But I hear the ranchers are driving off the nest of stock so they can't break sod.
Well, it's better than the burning and killing we used to have.
Hey, listen to this. Nathaniel Moore announces the opening of his new bargain store in Lincoln.
What? And I thought Yankees were smart.
Yeah. Well, here we go again. I guess that fella never heard what happened to McSween for trying to buck Morganson.
Keep your prices cheap as they are, Moore, and you'll change the buying habits of the entire town.
Oh, you forgot something. Don't you want your souvenir of our grand opening?
Gosh, thanks.
Careful, Big Chief. Don't go around shooting people.
Kids from 6 to 66 sure can cut some fancy tricks with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand. Oh, they ain't too much to know. All you've got to do is blow with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand. Slide trombones and clarinets come complete with sharps and flats. If you buy my fiddle strings, I'll throw in some extra cat. Buck a week, $1 down. Be the gayest man in town with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand. There's a song in every horn, and you'll never be forlorn with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand. Oh, choose a melody. You can play it 1, 2, 3 with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand. Piccolos and violins, sweet guitars that you can strum. Buy a pair of drumsticks now, we'll throw in a lovely drum. Buck a week, $1 down. Be the gayest man in town with the Dixie brand. With the Dixie brand.
What's all that?
Well, just what you ordered, a full musical department.
Well, I didn't order all that. Besides, I can't pay for it right now.
Oh, shucks, your credit's good with me. You can pay for it in 90 days.
A man can't refuse merchandise on terms like those. Come on in, Millhouse. You drew a right smart crowd down here. Maybe you calculate to make some sales for me.
How'd you guess it? You ready, boys? Let her go. You'll be sharp if you try this harp. Try this fife for the thrill of your life. A slide trombone, a zither or a flute, a mandolin or a violin, and a big bass viol is cute. Better yet, try a clarinet, a piccolo or a swell banjo. Strike up the band, wake up the land. Dixie's the best, it will stand the test. You'll be sharp if you try this harp. Try the fife for the thrill of your life. Hello, friend. Now my...
Good afternoon, sir.
I just noticed your advertising, Moore. Very clever. It's convinced me I ought to buy you out. I'm not selling. $500, you said. Well, I only intended giving you 3, but I'll make it 5 rather than hold up the deal.
Huh. You fellas wouldn't be so smart if you knowed who was standing behind you.
You wouldn't expect us to fall for that old trick, would you?
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Better reach, boys. It's Billy.
Disarm him, Frog.
So you're the smart aleck that wouldn't fall for that trick, huh?
What seems to be the trouble?
Trouble? Mr. Morganson doesn't like competition, so he's brought Mr. Matson and his friends down to make us sell out.
I understand you've been looking for me, Matson. What's on your mind? If you won't speak up, I will. Leave the settlers alone or you might lose more than the use of that hand. And you, Morganson, leave this store alone, too.
Well, I just came in to sort of look over the stock, friendly-like.
Friendly-like? With these gunmen?
Why, these men are some of the biggest cattle ranches in the county.
Well, yeah, we just come in to pick up some of these bargains.
Sure, we're customers.
I was going to give more a big order.
Well, if that's the case, pardon me. Show the gentleman some merchandise, Frog.
Well, I should say.
You can sing hymns to 'em and you can dance to it.
Auction them off, Frog. Maybe some of these men will bid 'em in. Miss Moore, you come over and take the gentleman's money.
Now, what am I offered for this very fine Dixie brand concertina? 10 free easy lessons goes with every one of them. Now, even a child can learn to play them. Don't be afraid. Speak up.
This man bids $100.
Sold.
Thank you, sir.
Take the gun out of the man's belt, too.
Now, Mr. Morganson, this trombone is just the thing you need. I've heard tell that you're a big noise around this town. What am I off?
$200.
Sold.
Give the gentleman his horn, Frog.
Do you know how to play it?
No.
Like this.
Billy,
Yes, Miss Ellen.
you've been a mighty good friend to us, even though you are
An outlaw? Would it make any difference to you if I weren't?
Well, you better be going now.
Not just yet. You were going to tell me something.
Well, I was just going to warn you that the sheriff is coming to our opening. He might walk in any minute.
All these men bid $50 apiece for what's left.
Come on. Yeah, accompany him on the concertina.
Listen, we're going back there and get that money.
Mr. Moore?
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you?
Well, let's have that money.
What?
Those men are coming back for it as sure as shooting. I'll keep it for you.
Don't you worry. I'll have it in a safe place.
In that tin box? Come on, let me have it.
Now I see through your game. It was a slick roundabout way to rob those ranchmen, and rob me, too.
Come on, hand it over.
There goes Billy.
Let's go get him. We'll get the storekeeper later.
Sheriff, I've been robbed.
Who robbed you?
Billy the Kid. He got away with $500 or better.
Are you sure it was Billy?
Yes. Hurry, he's getting away.
Don't worry, we'll get him. All right, boys.
the stars. I can't forget that night we met when I camped under the stars. Every breeze seemed to whisper, I love you, while the moon made a halo above you. I'll never forget that night we met when I camped under the stars.
Hello, Pat. I was going to start shooting till I saw that paint horse of yours, and, well, I just knew it was you.
Give me that storekeeper's money.
Well, I already took it back to him.
So you already took it back to him, huh?
Well, that's not Moore's. A bunch of the nesters gave it to me.
Another yarn. I shouldn't have believed your first one about wanting to work with me and make good with me.
Well, if you'll only give me a chance
I'm giving you a chance. The same chance I gave Billy. He had fair warning to get out of this country before I killed him. So have you.
You'll think different by tomorrow morning.
Come on, Miss Allen. I got your money back from Billy the Kid.
You didn't. Is he all right?
Well, now, I don't know. I never laid eyes on him. I found the money in his saddlebags while he was out of camp.
Well, thank goodness. But you see, this money doesn't belong to us. Billy returned ours the same night.
Now, I don't want to doubt your word, miss, but that's mighty hard to believe.
But it's true. He did bring it back. You can see for yourself. Mr. Garrett, I was wrong. He only took it to keep the ranchers from getting it.
Wrong? Now, look here, mister. You got to be mighty careful about being wrong in this country. It might mean shooting. I wouldn't keep all that loose cash around here either.
Oh, Billy said it was all right. You see, everybody thinks that he stole it and kept it. Even you thought so, Mr. Garrett.
It's no laughing matter, Ellen. Sheriff, I want to swear out warrants for Morganson and those bullies of his.
Now, look here, Mr. Moore. This isn't Connecticut. The law's as new here as you tenderfeet.
You mean you can't haul these rapscallions into court?
Why, sure I can, but what's the use? They'd only be acquitted by a jury of their friends and relatives. This is cattle country, and the cattlemen still run it.
It's okay, Billy. I've been waiting for you and them horses. Got 'em yet?
Sheriff Garrett sort of tied me up on that horse deal for you settlers. But don't worry, Alan, your money's safe.
It ain't the money that worries me. I've got to turn sod on 40 acres or get out.
You mean you'll lose your claim?
That's why the ranchers have been stealing our horses, so we can't prove up our homesteads according to the law.
Yes, I know. Has Matson been giving you any trouble lately?
No, but him and his crowd was here a couple hours ago looking for you. Might be them coming back. My gum, it sure looks like it. I'll hide you in the barn.
No, it's too late. They've seen me already.
Stay on the outside. If he breaks into the open, fire a shot.
All right.
It's a good thing you're riding the same horse. I don't know what had happened to you if it wasn't for him. I almost took a shot at you again. Say, what's the idea of running me down like this?
Well, Roy, it seems like this whole thing's a horse on me. George, I'm sorry I didn't give you a chance to explain about that money.
Well, that's all right, Pat. Thanks.
I wish that was all, but it ain't. You're through. I know you've done a good job, but it seems that Mr. Page went down to Washington and squawked plenty, and Dave Conway got his orders to turn you loose right away.
Well, what's going to happen to the homesteaders?
That's going to be tough. You know, those cattlemen don't fear a thing but federal court.
Well, why don't we run them in there?
Well, the U.S. District Court only handles crimes against the government.
Say, Pat, those ranchers haven't got us beat yet. We've still got a chance.
Have we?
Yes, if I can get some teamwork from Frog Millhouse, and I'm sure he'll be glad to help us.
There goes that music peddler.
Wonder what happened to his horses. Let's go find out.
Hey, Morganson.
What do you want? Well, Mr. Morganson, you see, well, what I'm trying to say is, you reckon you and me could talk a little business?
You've got a lot of gall coming here.
Well, I know I have, but you see, I've got to sell out my whole stock of Dixie brand musical instruments. And cheap, too.
I wouldn't have any more of your junk if you gave it to me.
Hello, Millhouse.
Hello.
What happened to your horses? Owner catch up to you?
You know who got my horses? My friend, Billy the Kid.
What are you handing us?
I ain't handing you nothing. He held me up and stole all my horses.
What does he want with horses?
Nesters. He's stealing all the stock he can get his hands on. And he's getting $50 a head, too.
Stole your team, eh?
Well, ain't that too bad?
Now, ain't it? And I thought he was my friend, too.
Couldn't tell us where we might find this friend of yours, could you? We might get your horses back for you.
Well, last time I seen him, he was heading for Apache Pass. And he's following a big bunch of stolen stock, too.
Hey, Burton, get out and spread the word that Billy the Kid's been located.
I sure do hope you get my horses back. Mr. Morganson, don't you think you'd like to try my line of Dixie brand instruments?
Not interested.
Well, I reckon I might as well be going.
You're staying here. What do you take us for, a couple of fools?
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Now, when they get to Apache Pass, this is the way we'll work it.
What are you making me do this for?
Billy's your friend, ain't he? He won't think you'd bring up somebody to spot him and take word back to the boys. All right. You stay here. And no funny business.
He'll be here pretty soon, Pat. You better pull out.
Good luck, Roy.
Come on.
Where'd you go? Ah, we'll get him later. Let's get the stock. Come on.
gentlemen. Have you seen any stolen horses?
No, sir. This herd belongs to us.
We're just bringing them in from pasture. That black looks like an army horse.
Well, that's one of the best stock horses I got. Raised him from a colt.
Let's have a closer look at him. Get down. Both of you. Look at that hoof. You're all under arrest for having horses in your possession that were stolen from the United States Army.
I reckon we made a mistake.
You sure did make a mistake. And this time you won't stand trial at home. You'll face a United States court. And you'll serve your sentence in a federal penitentiary.
Billy!
Hold it, Matson. That's not Billy. I killed Billy the Kid the night he nearly shot your hand off. This is Roy Rogers. He's made the country safe for settlers, and he's going to be my chief deputy.
Fresh copies of the prisoner song, $1 each. What's the matter? Ain't there no takers? I'll see you in jail.
Once again we ride across the prairie and find a dream come true. When the sun is setting on the prairie, my heart is there with you.
Hey, Roy! Roy! Hey, Roy!